Yo, what's good, my Chromie Homies? It's your boys, Just Nemz, Nemzicott here. And today I'm here to bring you episode 1 of the Chromie Homie Podcast. And on this episode, we're going to be here with some of my schoolmates. So, we're going to start it off real quick. Starting it off with my nigga CJ.
God, continue.
Okay. And then we going...
Wait, God still speaks. Wait, look, man. The illest nigga on the planet. Honestly, the godliest nigga on the planet. Matter of fact, I'm not even the godliest nigga. I am God. You feel me? So when you look in the Old Testament, he said, CEE, let there be light. That was me, nigga. Continue.
Okay. And then coming up next, we got Milo.
Yo.
He's silent but deadly.
Yo. That's all I gotta say.
Up next, we got Mr. Alisson.
AKA Alexander the Great, AKA Kanye, AKA Joel Embiid, AKA number 21.
Boy.
Yeah, fuck that nigga Austin.
Boy.
Alright, and last but not least, we got big nigga Austin himself.
You already know, man. AKA Jumbo Jet. Follow me on the gram. Audio 71. Gang, nigga.
Alright, so in today's episode, we're going to be spending most of the time just bullshitting, but we're going to be talking about some music industry related stuff, what's good in pop culture, and just what's good with our lives. So, first question, let's keep it simple. How y'all days been? Anything interesting happened? We're going to start off with Milo, since he was the most silent one in the beginning.
Oh man, my day was decent. Yeah, man, it was decent. Ain't nothing really interesting happened. Payday tomorrow. I'm excited about payday. That's about it. You already know.
Oh, for real.
Okay, I guess since Austin's speaking, how about we know what's good with him?
Yeah, bro. Yesterday I had work at a concert yesterday, and about 5 women bribed me with showing me their titties. That was pretty crazy. A mosh pit. The mosh pit had like these 2 giant white boys.
They always white, ain't
and
they?
everybody on like the lawn or whatever.
Oh shit.
Some dude, his dick, my coworker, trying to get past him.
Wow.
And he was in flip flops. He said he dicked it. It was weird because he like elbowed him in the side of his neck, and then just trucked through. So yeah, that happened.
I don't think I could work where you work.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right.
I got felt up on by some old lady.
Ah, damn.
Old lady.
Not
She
the
was
oldies.
cougar, though. She was bad. Like she was bad. I ain't even mind.
Come on, bro.
Bro, yeah, you're drawing.
Yeah, I don't know if I support this. Let's let Courtney go.
Oh, man, I'm just preparing myself for the trenches tomorrow, man. You feel me? Walmart, a.k.a. World War III.
What?
This nigga said World War III.
We're about to go into the fucking trenches, man. Closing tomorrow, 2 days. Fuck
Damn.
that shit. But other than that, my day was alright. Nigga did a little bit of cleaning. You feel me?
Your
Get
supervisor.
shitted on the Rainbow Six people. I hope you do see this. Tone, if you see this, my dick. Anyway.
What?
Yo, that shit he bad at season 2.
Nigga, don't no one watch my videos? Kind of.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Oh
I'm
shit.
sweet.
Wait.
We got Alex, my nigga. How we just gonna skip over him? He got a big head. You can't even jump over it.
Great. Alright. I ain't shit going on. I ain't do shit today. I got shitted on in Rainbow Six for like 3 hours. Go with that. And I just get ready for college, really. That's something that's been on my mind.
Really. The only thing that's made me mad today, I get out of work at around 1:10, right? I got home, and it was pouring all day outside. And normally my job in Dunkin' Donuts is to be their slave and clean up everything. So I ain't take the trash out because it's pouring rain, and I'm not doing that. So it's 2:00. I'm already home. I'm editing a video, and my boss gonna text me a picture of the trash, and it literally says, "You forget, take trash."
Oh shit, English, amazing.
He just put "you forget, take trash." Like, what am I supposed to respond to that? Like, I'm not there.
Yeah, Indian. He a Mahatma?
Yeah, he's Punjabi.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, it's
You should
like I'm sitting here like, am I supposed to go back? Because if you think I'm going back, you crazy. Guess you're gonna take out that trash yourself. Cause there were like 10 bags. I was like, look, it's wet. If these bags fall, I'm not picking them up. So that's gonna stay there. That's gonna stay there. Cause that trash can is not stable. It can stay falling over. It's like falling off curbs. I hate taking out the trash there. It's ridiculous. Then half the time I'm in the parking lot sweeping up everything there and picking up all these cigarette butts. Stop leaving your cigarette butts in the parking lot.
Dunkin' Donuts parking lot.
Yeah.
They would have to fight me.
Bro, there'd be like 36 it'll be like a pile of 36 cigarette butts. Why? The place just opened and I just cleaned it the day before. Where, like, why?
That's out of pocket.
But
Y'all mind if I take y'all to the toilet with me?
I do mind.
Leakage. Don't not do that.
I gotta poop. So
Yeah, you're a bastard. I'm gonna need you to silence.
This nigga said he got poop.
I'm still not bringing this.
But I'm coming with you whether y'all like it or not. Y'all better look this up, man.
I guess hey, there's a reason I call this the Chromie Homies Podcast, because something retarded was gonna happen.
Alright, next
Yo,
topic.
I
What
just
you talking about now, Negro?
What?
Yo, I even peeped that was the name.
Chromie Homies. That was the first episode of his shit when we went to Florida.
Yeah, but I didn't put two together that he said Chromie. I just put that together.
Speaking of Elijah, what other episodes of that shit? You know,
I know. Actually, yeah, let's talk about that real quick, because I actually do plan on a Florida episode specific of the Chromie Homies Podcast with me, Alex, Courtney, and Jeremy. And, yeah, that's going to be great, talking about Florida with that episode, but... Oh, yeah, love hearing all those, but...
Shit,
But
already, Austin? That was quick. That shit was
all
so
the...
wild to you.
We heard all...
I had to pee first.
We heard all toilet juices. Like...
Yeah.
Shit already?
But yeah, no, I definitely got episodes to record. But like, I was sitting there in like that weird depression because my channel would not grow. I was getting like no views on videos. At least now, ever since I've been uploading the Let's Play, I'm sitting here, I'm getting like 6 to like 20 views, which just popped up on my screen.
What the fuck? What happened? I'm about to say, what the fuck?
I was getting like 6 to 20 views per. I've been getting 6 to 20 views per video, so now I plan on uploading more. But I'm gonna be honest, people. This YouTube stuff is about the views. I care about y'all, but I would like to get views because otherwise I'm just recording for nothing.
Me on YouTube, all y'all.
Everyone who has a YouTube channel will be in the link.
Follow the mic. Go ahead, follow it.
Everyone who has a YouTube channel, their YouTube channel will be in the link in the description below. But
I'll wait. Don't wait. I privatized all my videos. Wait. I gotta unprivate them. Shit.
nigga, you can unprivate them. This video doesn't come out till Saturday.
Oh, God, it's good. Okay, never mind. I'm not.
This ain't live, stupid.
I know.
But
Elijah.
Ooh, the Cavs.
Elijah.
yeah,
The Cavs, New Jersey.
Who is your profile pic?
that's not important. We ain't gonna be talking about that on the podcast. I don't know who's watching it.
I thought that was.
I thought that was Alex.
Oh, you're right, Courtney.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was crying on the picture, and I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I've been using it as a meme. But
Wait, that's me?
no. Oh, you said Alex. I thought you said your ex.
Oh, yeah, you're a dickhead.
I'm fucked. Yeah.
I'm Talib.
Who is that? Oh, that's Nelly?
No, nigga, am I Jeremy?
Oh, no, I'm confused. Oh.
We'll talk about it in the group chat, but I'm not putting that on video.
Alright, continue.
But alright, so yeah, it's about time we move to this next question. So with all the rap songs that have been coming out within the past week,
best rapper of all time.
hell no,
Here's some.
that's actually absolute garbage. But I wanna know, what do you guys think is the best song? Is the best rap song of the year and the worst so far? First week, hold up, because I always pick out first, and first gonna be Courtney.
Wait, who's first? My black
You,
first?
yes.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna start out with words because it's good to get the word shit out the way. Me
Always.
personally, I witnessed a song by a rapper named Lil Windex, and I wanted to hear that shit again. I thought it was a lie. I thought it was a sick fucking joke, but he's of relevance in the world.
Lil Windex, my nigga?
Yes, you heard me right.
Lil Windex.
He looked like Riff
Yeah,
Raff
I've never heard
and
of
Yellow
that.
Wolf. Raff and Yellow Wolf got chewed together and spit out.
That's so dirty.
Yeah, it was actually very appalling. I felt disrespected watching it.
I felt disrespected watching it.
I did, because it was actually the most annoying shit I've ever seen in my life. But no, the best song that I probably hear of the year, that's actually kind of hard. But so I'm not gonna say the best, because again, that best
Yeah, it's whatever.
opinion.
It's so it's your opinionated as in the best. Your favorite.
That hit me the hardest that I love, and shout out to Alex for this. Amen by Travis Scott. As of right now, that song impacted me the most. It was so good. Travis Scott production is superior to most rappers out right now.
Oh, I can agree. Like, even though I'm not listening to Travis Scott 24/7, I can definitely agree that he's one of the highest production rappers. Like, a lot of rappers now, they'll be sitting on millions and they're still using an at-home studio.
Yeah, right, and Fruity Loops and things.
Yeah, we really love hearing that, Austin.
So, oh wait, my bad. I'm throwing a C4.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, you playing Rainbow Six?
Yeah, I'm playing Rainbow Six with no sound. This shit is hard as fuck. But continuing. What's his face? But yeah, I would say Amen. And side notes, I can't really pick anything from that Kendrick Lamar album because, in my opinion, it's the best album of the year right now.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Until Travis.
No way, bro. Yo, wildin'.
Nah, bro. I think well, no, because I've been hearing only mixtapes this year, so I would say it's probably the best album of the year. Best mixtape.
Best album out. That's the 444.
Flower Boy is great. But
I haven't heard it yet, so I have no opinion.
Talk about this. I don't want to go too in depth with it yet, but I'm waiting. Hopefully, ASAP Rocky, Joey already released it, so hopefully we can get ASAP Rocky to release something.
When are we getting the new Slaughterhouse album? I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for that for the past 2 years. When is that album coming out?
Where is it?
Once ASAP Rocky and Travis Scott hopefully drop theirs, we can have a podcast and talk about those in depth.
Oh, most definitely.
That's the top 5 albums right there.
What? Wins and losses?
Okay.
See, this is how I feel about Meek Mill. Him speaking on an album, it's like...
I haven't gotten to hear that one either.
I have to listen to it more. I was listening to it walking from work the other day. It's a great album. Meek Mill as a lyricist, hands down, is top of our generation.
Yeah, I'm glad he's finally coming back to the Meek Mill who used to exist. He's no longer like this little poppy nigga that he randomly decided to be.
Trying to make radio hit singles, right?
Oh, I got a lot of diamonds. That was all of his raps for a good 2-3 years.
No, I said the Rollie. All he talked about was the Rollie.
Yeah, Rollie on my wrist.
No, yeah, me personally, Wins and Losses will be up there. I don't think the album's gonna be up there, but Wins and Losses, 444, Flower Boy, Joey's album that just came out, which I think was amazing. It was
damn.
a very good appetizer.
I have almost the entire album on my iTunes, but I can't remember the name of it to save my life.
It was a phenomenal segue.
Was it All American Badass?
Yeah, All American Badass.
There you go.
I forgot about that.
That album was great.
I know it was hard, and I can't blame Joey, but it was because it fell around the same time as Damn.
Right, exactly. That was what leads to my next statement. We can't really give him flack for that because Damn came out the next week.
Yeah, it would be like if I don't know who's an up and coming rapper who's pretty big, but he's that would be like if X just dropped an album, and then the next week Eminem drops his album that people have been waiting for the next 3 years. So it's like even though X's fan base is huge, that's gonna be overshadowed by one of the biggest rappers in the game.
Yeah.
But
Me personally, I agree.
That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Before I give any, as of right now, Damn and a close second is Joey's album, a very very close second because he's my favorite artist. So. He's a very close second. But once all my favorite artists, Tyler is my favorite artist, one of my favorite artists will he release something. And once ASAP Travis comes out, I'm gonna throw everything together and I'm gonna actually sit down and listen.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the year we gotta have this podcast again and we're gonna discuss the top 5 albums of the year.
That October season is usually when things die down.
But November and December is normally when things pick up because that's when everyone's preparing for the next year's Grammys and the next year's MTV Music Video Awards, and they want to get in early before they hit like that May type where they're not even getting into the award system. But so with all that, I'm gonna go on to Alex next. Alex, what would you
Y'all
Yeah.
see my emotes?
Yes, I see your
Oh, we
emotes.
can. Oh yeah, I do.
But
Oh,
Alex,
shit.
what would you say are the worst and best?
For best, I'm gonna kind of do what CJ did and go more like off albums. In my opinion, I think the two best rap albums of this year is 444 and Damn.
But can you name any
I think
any specific song or
specifically
anything?
the song 444 by JC, I think it stands down with his best songs. That like in a while. Like it feels like this is the closest thing we're gonna get to what his old stuff was.
And it's sad because Jay-Z fell off really hard.
Alex, how the fuck did I forget about Duckworth? I'm so upset.
Damn, Duckworth was a good song.
You see what happens when you just oh my god, Duckworth was so
Yeah.
good.
This is just like our top 5 this was just like our top 5 video game video.
Games, video
Yeah,
games.
as soon as all it took was one person to mention one game, and then everyone's like, "Damn, how we forget about this?"
Yeah.
But it's set in stone.
and then-
We're pretending that this is set in stone. That way, we're not constantly going back and forth, and this becomes even longer.
Right.
And then off of Damn, like I know like Humble and Loyalty, those are like the two main hits or whatever. But the song that like I really love is the last song, Duckworth.
hmm
That's my personal favorite of the album.
I also really like Love and what was the other one? Love and God.
Love and God
Yeah,
are
I
great.
like the song.
I love both of those.
Because I feel like those two were a lot more I guess underappreciated because they were more overtaken by Humble, Loyalty. Yeah, Humble, Loyalty, and DNA.
Top tier artists. A lot of their they have a lot of great songs that are overshadowed by like the hits.
Yeah, like
a lot of their
Right,
hits
right.
aren't the best
And
songs.
not necessarily. And right, they don't even be the best songs. So you can't even call them hits because the better produced songs and better lyrically and the notes. Like,
Yeah, for example, like you guys know I haven't really been listening to Kendrick all that long. I've been listening to him since like the beginning of the year. So I was going back and listening to like Good Kid, Mad City and stuff like that. And I'm mad that like when I was younger, I would hear things like Poetic Justice and stuff like that. But I'm really surprised that I didn't hear Backseat Freestyle like at all growing up.
Oh, Backseat Freestyle was amazing.
I know, like that Backseat Freestyle was really good, and then there were just like random songs on it that it would be like I've never heard of this song until I'm actually going into listening to the album, and I see that a lot with artists. What's it called? For example, with Eminem's albums, I don't understand, but one of his most hated albums was Marshall Mathers LP 2. But when you listen,
Eminem's coming out with a new album.
yeah, no, I heard about it. Apparently, it's supposed to be dropping either end of this year or beginning of next year.
Solo album, yeah, right.
But yeah, I loved I loved Marshall Mathers LP 2. I think that it had a lot of hard-hitting songs, but people were mad that he was growing up in the album, where he apologized to his mom and things like that, where it's like, the dude's 41, 42? It's like, do you really expect him to be holding this grudge all of his life? Do you expect him to always be mad at his ex-wife and things like that? It's like he has to grow up eventually. And so I really felt like it was an album that really showed a more matured Eminem. And I feel like if most older rappers, especially like Tupac and Biggie, let's say that for some reason, throughout all these years, if they were still both alive, if they never got through the beef, I feel like around this time would probably be when they finally sat there where they were like, look, it's been going on enough. We're in our 40s. There's no reason to even continue this. I think people fail to realize artists aren't going to be the same artists they were when we were growing up. That they're all going to change, and I feel like that's why it's always hard to kind of call a lot of the older artists who died young the greatest of all time, only because we never got to see what it was. We never got to see a true evolution. We just got to see the peak of their existence, and that's always going to happen when they're beginning. Hell, like no matter how much I love Big Pun, it's always hard. It always makes it difficult to me to say he's the greatest rapper of all time because he only put out 2 studio albums, and he only had 1 album with Terror Squad.
And which is crazy to think about because you see how you got the negative on that topic. But look at the flip side of it now. Let's talk. It's ironic we brought that up. Let's talk about Tyler the Creator. Look at him growing up and maturing and reflecting on world problems that are going on. And look how much it's impacting the demographic of people he has. And personally, with Tyler the Creator, his demographic, I can say, when it comes to these artists, is the most. It's either between him and Eminem.
Yeah,
it's the most diverse.
And it makes sense because they're real artists. Like they actually care about. They're talking about their life most of the time. Like people can see Eminem and they're like, oh, he's dissing the artist. No, he's most of the time dissing the people that the artists are. And what I mean by that are the fact that.
They're not frauding.
Yeah, he'll like when you hear Eminem talk about people he respects, you hear a huge difference when he's talking about Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Drake, compared to when he's talking about or Marilyn Manson. He loves Marilyn Manson because Marilyn Manson was hated just as much as he was, so he grew a huge respect. But compared to when he's talking about Elvis Presley, who he hates because he feels like Elvis Presley was one of the people who put on this huge hate towards white people joining black music because Elvis Presley was claimed to be king of what was originally a black-made industry. It would be like if a white man joined jazz and was he considered the greatest. So he has a huge dislike towards Elvis Presley, who was kind of a vile person in himself. And then Marshall Mathers, he also doesn't seem to like the Kardashians at all, and it makes sense. Let's be honest.
Shit.
He's been no matter how much he loves Kanye, he doesn't like any of the Kardashians. He's dissed all of them. The only ones I guess not would be Kendall and Kylie, but that's only because they weren't really famous when he was making those diss songs. But going off with before we start continuing on to this topic, we never even finished the last one, so I do want Alex to say his least favorite song of the year, that we can kind of get through this topic. That way we can move on.
Oh yeah, least I don't really have this probably like just Lil Pump songs. Honestly,
Yeah, Lil Pump is kind of garbage.
Like, alright, like I don't have like some old head mentality. Like I understand.
Oh, he a mumble rapper.
Rappers, there's fun rappers, etc., etc.
Yeah, like I kind of like Lil Uzi, even though he's a mumble rapper. I enjoy his music because he's kind of like just I can chill to him or I can kind of party to him.
Yeah, like I get that. Like there's those type of artists that I actually like. Like I'm not hating on that genre, but like Lil Pump specifically, I think is one of the worst things to like ever happen to rap. Like,
I feel like he doesn't care about the genre, and I find that disrespectful.
I think what kills me about it is fine if you have a careless about it, but listen to the content of your lyrics.
I love how Austin is just in a noise-filled background.
Yeah, like he just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense. It's fine if it's like your shit is simple and it's like repetitive, but they don't make sense.
Yeah, it upsets me when artists are making less sense than my joking freestyles. Like I'm not even a rapper. If I'm sitting here and freestyling and have I can understand. Not every song needs to have meaning. But when you genuinely don't care and you can see that someone's doing it just for the money, I feel like that's when where there becomes an issue.
And even we get it. It's a business first.
Yeah.
You get it. It's your profession, and you make your money. That's fine. But what I'm talking about is from the context. Your shit literally doesn't make sense. Like take this song D-Rolls. 100 on my wrist,
D-Rolls.
80 on my wrist, D-Rolls. Right.
What the hell does that mean?
Right. What is the correlation? D-Rolls was a basketball player, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist. D-Rolls didn't score 100 points, didn't score 80 points. He doesn't have anything that has to do with the number 180. What are you getting at with that?
D-Rolls.
The only thing I can pull from that is that he's balling, which I think we need to have a talk with the rap industry. It's a bunch of things that are played out that we need to kill. We need to stop saying Bucks, talking about Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh yeah, I can't remember who. I think it was Joe Budden. That's who it was. Joe Budden was like, we need to stop doing that.
30 like Curry, that has to die. We need to stop saying I had the heat like LeBron. That needs to die. Like there's so much things that need to die.
They're just cliche. They're cliche at this point.
Definitely cliche.
About this shit.
I'm tired of the cliche, but again, we need to stop getting into the rant and try and get these questions done. So Milo, what would you say is best and worst for this year?
Well, like the best song out right now.
Yeah, best song. It had to have come at least from this year though, just because some songs have been blowing up that came out end of last year, middle of last year for some reason.
Well, all right. So Bank Account, that's probably my favorite right now.
Oh yeah, Bank Account.
I haven't gotten to hear that one yet.
21. Worst. I don't really have a worst. I've been listening to every song I listen to or music just period is just music that I like.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, some people.
But the worst content that I've heard is definitely Lil Pump so far.
This it. And Austin, even though you kind of been out of this, what do you think is best and worst song so far for this year?
Man,
I swear, best song is gonna be that Shaq diss, isn't it?
nah, man.
Oh, okay, because you love yourself some Shaq.
Yo, Shaq.
I can't lie, he killed that diss track. He did kill that diss track.
Shaq was tough.
Shaq's diss track, he did. Nah, it was a pretty good damn diss track.
Please talk about your best and least songs. We're not about to argue the fact that Shaq was a good rapper.
But that song he did drop on the VAR ball, I enjoyed.
So far, gotta be. I say Kill Jill by Killer Mike and Big Boy.
I did hear that song. That song was actually pretty good. I know it's all we're talking about.
Killer Mike
and
is nice.
And I think it's but that's just that Atlanta connection. It's something about that Atlanta vibe that's just so good.
Atlanta
as a whole.
Certain parts of Florida. I have to really be that specific.
I can't give
It's more like
South
South Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah, South Florida.
Yeah.
South Florida, because for some reason North Florida rappers just seem to be like kind of weird.
And country
Kill Jill
very
and
trash.
Story of OJ. That gotta be my two favorite songs.
Oh, I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that.
Okay.
I can fuck
Yeah.
with that.
Respectable.
All right, what you got for your lease?
Shit, I don't fucking know. I don't listen to ass shit. Sorry.
Fair.
Yeah. All right, and
I
then
fucking hate 21 Savage.
You're
And
fine.
that's not the first person I've heard say that. A lot of people don't like 21. It's not the first person I've heard say that.
I like it. His lyrics don't bother me. It's just he's one of those people. He's one of those people. Like, for example, I like Tyler the Creator. If I was to read his lyrics, but I can't get into him because of his voice. It's the same thing with 21
There you
Savage.
go.
I like his
There
I
you
like
go.
his voice, but I like his music, but I don't like his voice.
Me and
Okay.
Alex had to talk about that. Me personally, the reason I don't like your delivery if it doesn't stand out to me.
No,
That's why
delivery is.
rap
I don't mean
guys-
delivery. I just genuinely mean his voice. Like there's certain tones of voice or like accents
It's
that
kinda like B.W.Y.
don't are
Bill.
flattering
I
to
love
my
Big
ear.
Bill, but his voice, I can't listen to him too much.
Like I love Eazy-E. I love Eazy-E, but I can't listen to him all
I'm
day.
saying he has toned down.
That's what I'm saying now, yeah. But like, see that, and that's why I like the people that I like because when your voice stand out, when I could be like, yo, that's a Tyler the Creator song because I hear him, I like that because you stand out to me, and that automatically makes you very.
But before we move on to the next question, I haven't actually gotten to answer it myself. But if I was to say best so far this year, it would be Mask. It's a song called "Mask On" by Jordan Lucas, who I will say is my second favorite newer generation rap artist. That's Austin's favorite. That's Austin's favorite line from Jordan Lucas. It was in the song called "Backwards." Oh, that entire mixtape is tough. But if I was to say worst song I've heard this year is "On My Ex Shit" by yours truly.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was so bad that it's one of the only videos I've taken off my channel.
Milo, did Milo ever hear it?
I hope not.
No, I actually didn't.
I'll put it on unlisted and I'll send it to Milo, but I will never publish that song right back on my channel.
Yo, that shit was too funny.
But going off our past topic and kind of the rants that we're going by, what are some, I guess, cliches or things that are bothering you about the current rap game and like things that you feel that are kind of bringing it down in the public eye?
Everybody's a fucking trap star.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah,
Apparently.
some of these niggas never even been arrested. Like Young M.A. all of a sudden she thinks she's a trap star until she got threatened once and she shut the hell up.
Shit's ridiculous, bro. I hate that shit. Like you don't know how much Lils I got in my history, and I'm just listening.
I
to
know, I'm
music.
so tired of it. Why is everyone Lil all of a sudden?
Everybody got a brick. Everybody flipping shit. Everybody got all this money. It's cancer. It's literal.
There'll be
cancer.
niggas
So
with like
that's
2
why-
followers on SoundCloud and no job talking about I'm balling.
Yeah, that's why I don't even want to go into
Yeah,
a discussion about it.
a lot
That
of those
shit's
rappers are
cancer.
the same person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like you're literally just
I-
copying someone else's style.
Exactly. Like, I'm gonna throw a name out there. And people have these feelings about this person. Alright, Playboy Cardi, I'm not gonna lie, he has a couple songs that bump.
I can't stand him.
But like, I
he's
think
kinda
he's
trash,
just,
honestly.
I think he's trash. I think he's horrible.
He's kinda trash, honestly.
He genuinely gives me depression when I hear him. Like I genuinely feel like I need to be put in the hospital.
Listen to his hit Magnolia. I hate that song.
If you take the beat away from Magnolia, it's one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
Really. And what made it worse, I sat down and listened to it, and then I had the lyrics, and I'm reading it down, and I'm like,
The hell does that
I
mean?
don't like this shit.
Yeah, like, hold up. I'm actually, for the next topic, I'm just going to let you guys know now. That way you can kind of prepare yourself because the next topic I'm going to be talking about some of the best lyrics you've heard within the rap game. So just prepare yourself, but we're going to continue this topic. So, yeah, Witten, I can definitely agree that I'm tired of everyone believing that there's some gangster that they weren't. There'll be people who are like us. They all went to private schools, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I've been shooting up niggas since I was 6 years old. When did that happen? Who was you shooting? Was you shooting them with water guns? With cap guns? Like, bow, bow. Like, some of these niggas have never even heard a gun sound a day in their life.
Yeah.
And talking about, oh, I've been shooting niggas since I was -6. I've been shooting kids since I was in the womb. Like, what? Then, along with that, everyone's rich in the rap game, apparently. You mean this is my first mixtape, and I literally grew up on the street, never lived in a house a day in my life. Yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I've been balling. My wallet, it doesn't even close. Is that packed?
But, damn, I lost my train of thought. Rappers, like a lot of the younger guys, they try way too hard to be different, and they all end up being the same process.
Yep. I remember
they all got a diamond piercing color.
Yes.
They all gotta have these.
They all pretty much just look like they're all making themselves look so different. They kind of look like they look like a rap version of a feminist.
Yo, and am I the only one that knows this? Me personally, it's feel like some of these rappers coming out like all of them have braces. I don't know if that's
they either have and like how young are they? How young are you?
Yeah. I don't know. I had to say that, but continue. I had to get out the way.
Yeah, continue, Alex.
But yeah, it just feels like they all try way too hard to be different, and they end up being either trash as fuck, or they all end up being the same person.
Right. Alright, so
Austin, Milo, y'all got anything on rap
Niggas
cliches?
ass. That's why I listen to old school music.
Niggas is I just love how clear he is.
Niggas ain't got nothing to say no more.
Facts.
You know, I feel like this generation is definitely.
I feel like we're bouncing back. I can't lie. I think we're bouncing back. I feel like there were like a good 4 years there where we were just falling into trash. I feel like we're bouncing back.
Music was Gucci.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All the way up until about 2015, 2016. Then
I think
these niggas came out the cut.
Everyone was just born in 2014 and 15 out of nowhere. You got your designers, you got your little Uzis, your little pumps, your little shotguns.
Bro.
Your little shotguns, your little oranges.
That's when the shit just went down. Yeah, sophomore year. No, that 10th grade year, because I remember listening to Love Is Rage, and I was like, oh, this is different. Then everybody started sounding different. Then everybody started sounding the same, and I was like,
yeah,
we got
everyone got. And this is no disrespect to Migos, but can we stop with the weird ad libs? Like, it's funny if it's like if it's a song meant to be comedic, but can we stop with just for example, I like the song Bad and Bougie, but why does he randomly yell cookie? I don't understand.
Okay, wait.
I thought he said cooking.
No, it's cookie. It's cookie. That's a strain of marijuana. That's a strain of weed.
Okay, I never understand. Okay, but it's still just one of those. It's still just one of those things. It's like, but it's like, or like there'll be just some people just yelling stuff. They'll be in the background of their song yelling, "I just ate." Good for you. Like, do I care? They'll be talking about, "Mama made some food. I just ate." Okay, like. Why does that? I feel like the song could be serious from some of these rappers nowadays, and they have to have that one lyric. They have to have that one lyric that I guess they're scared that it's gonna be too serious, so they just randomly make it funny. And it's like, you could have just went serious, and this could have been a good song. Why did you feel like you needed to make it comedic? Like, it's dumb. It doesn't make sense. Why did you do it?
I don't know what you got set up for the podcast, Elijah, but it's ironic that we're talking about this now. And I was watching a list on top overrated rappers, and it's something that hit me kind of hard. Not hard, but it kind of annoyed me because I personally don't think it's true. And this is not me being some biased fan, because he has a lot of biased fans. But they had number one Drake as the most overrated rapper.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to say this here. I don't think he... Hold up, but I can't say he's the most... I can say that he might be overrated if you're looking at him in the context of now. But you have to understand... Hold up. But you have to understand... Yeah, you have to understand though that Drake did get Drake did get a lot of fans. Drake did get a lot of fans back in a time with Young Money when he had some pretty hard-hitting lyrics. He had really good songs. You can bump to the nigga. Like I can't lie, I've been very disrespectful to Drake in the past, but when I go back and listen to it, I still love some of his songs. His songs with Timbaland, his songs with Lil Wayne, his songs with Nicki Minaj. Drake can kill it in the rap game. I feel like now it's not that he's gotten lazy. He's gotten pop. He just wants to be pop because, quite frankly, Drake doesn't need to try anymore. Until the day Drake needs to try, he's not going to. And I can't blame him either. Because why sit here and try your hardest when you're gonna get the same result? You're not gonna. And Drake realizes that his fans don't care about his lyrics anymore. Those fans of his that were into his rap game, most of them were gone when Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj fell off. So he realized that he's going to have to pick up a different group of people. So when he started doing songs with Rihanna and he started doing songs with all of these pop musicians, he has to realize at some point, I'm working with pop stars. It only makes sense to make my rap more pop than rap because that's what people are used to Drake for. So the fact that we're even calling him a rapper as of now is kind of weird when he's a hip-hop artist, but he's not a rapper anymore. If we're going to talk about most overrated rappers, if we're going all time and we want to talk about overrated rappers, we can sit here and mention Fat Joe. My opinion, most overrated rapper of all time. If it wasn't for Big Pun, if it wasn't for Cuban Links, there would have never been Terror Squad because Cuban Links and Big Pun were best friends who pretty much raised each other on how to rap. And if it wasn't for those two and their childhood friendship, they would have never helped Terror Squad. Terror Squad would have never blew up because Terror Squad didn't blow up until Capital Punishment became the first ever platinum hit of a Hispanic solo artist. So if it wasn't for Big Pun and Cuban Links, Fat Joe would have never become anything. And let's be honest, since Big Pun has died, what has Fat Joe been? He made the song Lean Back and he made like 2 other hits ever since Pun died, which may I remind you was back in 2001. So what has he done in 16 years that we can sit here and say Fat Joe is one of the greatest of all time?
That shit's still a banger though.
Lean Back, I can't lie, it is. It is.
If I can say now, that's all. If I can say right now, me personally, most overrated rap artist, XXXTentacion. I think he's extremely.
Yeah, I enjoy his music, but he is extremely overrated.
People try to find some deep meaning in his shit when there is no deep meaning.
That nigga don't say nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I enjoy his music. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy his music. But yeah, I have to agree. I just feel he's just like that edgy teen who just says things. He's kind of like the black rap version of Marty.
Damn. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
he is though. That's all he is. He's an edgy teenager. That's all XXXTentacion is, and I enjoy his music, so I'm not hating. But we have to be honest with ourselves.
Right.
Shit catchy, he just not saying shit.
Yeah.
Anybody else got some other overrated niggas? Cause that's why I got X. That's X and Playboy Cardi. I'm fine with saying that.
Oh yeah, I can definitely say Playboy Cardi.
Even though like I know some of the stuff is whack, that's why as a fan I can say that. But I think he's very overrated. I think his instrumentals carry him to greatness. His shit, like without them is nothing. Like that's his night. That's his night. That's the shield for the night. That's the armor. That's everything for the night, and it carries him.
Yeah.
Me personally, that's how I feel.
Anyone else?
Damn, shit. I say anybody else got some other?
Nah, man, that's it. Y'all.
Yeah, I think I got it. Yeah.
So now
we ain't say nothing. We ain't say nothing about Lil Yachty though.
Because I can't lie, Lil Yachty's not that overrated. People just like Lil Yachty. You don't really hear about him like that. I don't really care. I have no opinion either way. I don't have an opinion that sways to it. I enjoy him when he's featured on songs, but I don't care too much for his own music.
And I think that's where he needs to just live now. Just be a feature.
Yeah.
Like, get your money up like
for example, who works with rappers but isn't exactly a rapper, Skylar Grey, who's worked with Tyler the Creator before. She's worked with Eminem. Skylar Grey is a great musician, but great singer, but no one cares for her own music. So she realized that and stopped wasting her own money and dropping albums, and now she just works on features and makes money and writes other people's lyrics for them. Like, that's what she's good at, and I think she did the smart decision by staying that way instead of being one of these people who comes out, oh, I used to write lyrics for people, so I'm just going to decide to be a musician, or I'm going to decide to be a rapper because I used to write lyrics. When you're not always going to catch on like that, because just because you can write well doesn't always mean that you can translate well. Because lyrics don't always let's be honest, rap isn't always about lyrics. That's why songs like EXO Tour Life are some people's one of their favorite songs of the year, which I can't lie. I did forget about that song when we were talking about some of our favorites for the year. Because I don't know why, but even though I've read the lyrics and I still don't understand them, I can't stop bumping the song and stop listening to it. It's one of the catchiest songs of the year, I'll say that. It's probably the catchiest one of the year after Mask Off. And after after our next thing, which is going to be like our top 5 favorite lyrics we've heard in rap songs of all time, the next one I want to do is like, what are your what songs do you feel like were remixed better than the original? But
nice.
But yeah, I definitely feel like Lil Yachty's not overrated. I just feel like he's rated. Same thing with Lil Uzi. I feel like Lil Uzi's just rated. I don't feel like he's ever overrated because let's be honest, when Lil Uzi,
he's gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, I feel like Lil Uzi's just gonna stay where he's at.
I feel like he could like actually.
I feel like Lil Uzi's just gonna stay where he's at.
No, and this is what I'm saying. This is why I think the double-edged sword comes in, because I listened to some of Lil Uzi's older stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was a great rapper, and it was really sad when
but that's what I'm saying. I think right now, because he's leading the wave of these mumble rappers.
Yeah, he ended up falling down a toilet, and I don't think he can come back out of it.
Not even. I think he's gonna wring every drop out of this mumble rap rag until it dies.
Oh yeah.
Once it dies, he's gonna be sitting on a fortune, so he could just release whatever at that point or stop.
Fair enough. He can do. Let me think. Who are some rappers who have? For example, he can ride the wave, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't fail. For example, Jay-Z tried to change to what rappers were acting like. He tried to become a gangster when gangster rap was really getting big. And when I say gangster rap, I don't mean like NWA, Tupac, Biggie, that kind of gangster. I mean more like 50 Cent, that kind of gangster rap. That's not Jay-Z. He tried to do that for many years, even after it fell off. And let's be honest, his stuff wasn't good during that time. He had a good song here and there with like Renegade, which in my opinion is one of the best rap songs of all time. But let's be honest, if you don't have a Jay-Z who's willing to go out there and tell a story, who's willing to have that competition, that's why I feel like Jay-Z always works great when he works with people like Eminem, or when he had that rivalry with Nas, because those are people who he has competition with. Whether he's working with them or working against them, he's going to have to step his game up. You don't have that with mumble rap because half the songs sound alike, so it doesn't matter what your name is as long as you're putting out a song that bumps, because half the time your name's going to be forgotten in a year, let's be honest.
Right.
Who really brings up Designer anymore outside of when they're talking about
Right.
Unless you're talking about his ad-lib, no one brings up Designer anymore.
That's very true.
And the thing is, all you have to do is get that one-hit song, make $1 million, and you're good. And I feel like that's a sad way we're riding the rap wave, and it's probably going to last like another 3 or 4 years before rappers like NF, Jordan Lucas, Kendrick Lamar really steps it up. And I feel like people like Kendrick Lamar and Big Sean are what's kind of killing the mumble rap game, where they're Big Sean, Kendrick Lamar, Chance the Rapper, Jordan Lucas is finally rising, where his videos are hitting like 2-3 million every time he puts out a video. NF is growing. We're getting rappers now that actually have lyrics, and I feel like because of them, hopefully within like 2, 3, 4 years, because of their own growth, they're going to slowly start killing the mumble rappers, because let's be honest, as you have rappers who have lyrics grow, everyone's going to have to try and be like them, because now they're the ones leading the charts again. It's going to happen, and it's kind of going to be like a cycle. It's going to constantly have that cycle with rap. There's going to be a few weird years. Then we're going to go back to good stuff. Then there's going to be a few weird years, and then they're going to go back to Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Big Pun stuff, Big L, stuff like that. It's just going to be a consistent loop, and that's just kind of how most music works. That's how most music works. For example, and I think this is the best example, because rock and roll, whether some people want to agree or disagree, rock and roll is very similar to rap. That's why many rock artists can work with rap artists. And that's well, not hard rock, of course, but like a normal classic rock and roll up to a certain level of rock. We're talking about like AC/DC, Metallica, Linkin Park. We're talking about that kind of rock. And let's be honest, when rock sits here, it rises. But then you have the weird periods, the heavy metal, the things that are kind of pushing people off, because then it's the screamo, the death metal. It's like that's pushing people away. But you still have your diamonds in the rough. You still have your Coldplay, your Maroon 5. You have your Linkin Park. You have your Gorillaz. Right. So you're always going to have your diamonds in the rough. So as a rap fan, I can never say that rap is dead or dying, because all you really have to do is dig deeper, because that's all it is. You're looking for the diamonds. And sometimes the diamonds are shining. Sometimes you're going to have to look for them.
Yeah, I feel like rappers have this conception that to become famous and make a lot of money, they have to be like different, or have to be something like special about them. Like really, like to be a good rapper, you just have to be a good rapper. Like being different, like yeah, okay, you're gonna stand out, but like if your music's trash, your music is trash. Like period.
Oh, most definitely.
Being different doesn't make your music good, and like they don't realize that.
Yeah, I feel like you can be different with your music. Don't get me wrong, because again, most of the greatest, or let's be honest, all of them were very diverse and original, and that's why we consider them the greatest. But now all we have is people copying them. Right. We have who in the beginning, I'm not gonna say now because Young Thug has grown to be his own character, but in the beginning, Young Thug was just a ripoff of Lil Wayne. That's how he ended up getting big. He kind of he rode off of what Lil Wayne and Birdman taught him. We have people like, who's someone else? Let's be honest, a lot of them ripped off Lil Wayne. And what's sad is they didn't even rip off Good Wayne. They ripped off Lil Wayne, who's dying, like I'm not a human being, Lil Wayne. They didn't rip off the Carter 3 Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I remember that fucking song. I am not a human.
I hated that song. No matter how much I love Lil Wayne, I hated that song. But
MTV Jams.
I hope you guys have some of your favorite lyrics popped up, because now I do want to move on to some of you guys' favorite rap lyrics, and this could be of any time you want it to be. I'm not going to make it specific because that'll just make things difficult and harder to look up. So whoever's most prepared, I think you can go ahead if you have one off the top of your head while you're looking one up or anything, because I feel like rap lyrics are, since we've been focusing so much on lyrics, I feel like it's best to point out some of the best we can think of off the top of our head.
Man, that's incredible.
Can I go with like a specific song?
Yeah, you can pick a specific song and then kind of look into the lyrics.
Like this year.
Anytime you want it to be.
That's so hard.
That is hard. That's hard as fuck.
Take your time. We can actually use this time. Everyone look it up. And this actually leaves time for the audience. So while everyone's looking up their favorite songs, those of you who are watching, which by the way, you 4 niggas, y'all are in this call. Y'all better be sharing. Y'all better share this video. Let niggas know that y'all were special enough to be on the first ever episode of the Chromie Homies podcast. Plus, we gotta grow the Chromie Homies somehow. So let's be honest. Use the power of the internet and use the power of friendship. Chris Jericho.
Fuck, man.
I'm asleep. Wait, what did I miss after I talked? Because my mic started tripping out.
Nothing really.
Yeah, not at all. I'm literally just speaking to the audience.
All right.
I think I know.
If you can think of any one song at least while everyone else is building up, that way it can kind of spark up the memory. Go ahead.
Yeah. Damn. I'm gonna have to go with Kanye.
Oh, I forget Kanye looking up his stuff.
Runaway. It was like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that song is beautiful.
The lyrics all throughout the song, I love it.
That song is amazing.
Yeah, I fucking love that song, bro.
The song I was thinking of is on the same album too.
Hold up. I want you guys to pause real quick. The what's it called? The Skype call is acting up a bit. I don't want it to come out kind of glitchy.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Hold up. It's probably just my Wi-Fi. Just give it a second. Here I'm going to try and connect. Okay. Speak again, Alex. I just want to check how everything's running.
Oh, the song I was talking about.
Okay, there we go.
Off the album. You want to keep going?
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
focusing.
All right, the song Milo said, "Runaway," is on the album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which in my opinion is Kanye's best album, one of the best albums of all time. You can at me, I don't care. But
I'll put that in the description below.
but the song I was thinking of is Gorgeous. All right, like let's be real here. We know Kanye's producer before rapper. You know that's fine.
Yeah.
You know he's been a producer. You know
He's been a producer since Jay-Z's time. He kind of helped Jay-Z with his
produces
production.
more than he's featured. I'm pretty sure.
Most definitely.
But this on the song Gorgeous, like this is like. He doesn't like do this often where like he just goes in for like 5 minutes plus just straight rapping, nothing else. He just straight raps on this, and like this is some of his best bars like out of any album I heard. On the song is Kid Cudi and Raekwon, which is obviously two huge pluses to the song.
Yeah, fair enough.
For sure.
Well, if no one else is ready, hold up. I'm looking up the last song now because I have all of my lyrics popped up.
My
I have another one.
My favorite song verse of all time gotta be Shook Ones Part 2, man. Shit's so tough. Ever heard that?
I've never heard that.
None of
song.
that?
Not at all.
I have, yeah, that song's amazing.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers, the mob. The mob comes cooked with warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who want to profile and pose. Rocking in your face, stab your brain with your nose phone. You all alone in these streets, though. Every man in himself in these land, we be gunning and keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come close to. You never heard that?
Nah, that's the first.
Not at all.
You never. It's Mobb Deep, yo.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that actually.
It's like
You
really.
gotta listen to it.
It's completely. Hold up. Go ahead.
It's really good.
But what's it called? Because I do have my lyrics popped up, and one of the best. I'm not gonna say it's one of the best. Some of the best lyrics I've ever
Hey,
heard. He's probably looking up his songs.
No, I'm here.
Some of the best, like, or more entertaining lyrics I've heard, especially in more recent rap. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
I can say definitely because especially Alex knows because I've been suggesting him to him. I'm a huge fan of NF, and in his song "Real," he just kind of starts it off going hard on and which is sad because a lot of rappers really don't anymore. Like they kind of build up to going hard. This nigga, as soon as he begins, he says he starts it off. He's like, "Somebody get the body bags, working with the beats and put the MCs in them, season them, put them on a beat and then I'm eating them. Get away from the table. You rappers ain't hungry enough. You rappers ain't hungry enough. You rappers ain't hungry like us. They talk about me like I'm here. They talk about you like you was. Woo. That nurse came into my room. She told me I'm sick in the head. I'm in hip hop's hospital bed with a pad and a pin and a brace on my neck. They told me that I'm never leaving. Why? I am as ill as it gets." Which I can say because I was on a rant before in my group chat talking about Rap Critic. I don't understand how that bar doesn't make sense to him. That nurse came into my room. She told me I'm sick in the head. I'm in hip-hop's hospital bed with a pad and a pen and a brace on my neck. They told me that I'm never leaving. Why? And he proceeds to answer the question. He's not saying it. When he's asking the question why, and they're responding, I am as ill as it gets. Like he's as sick as it is. So when he's saying he has the brace on his neck, that's only one of the things that's wrong with him. Because he's saying that the brace doesn't make sense to why he's ill. Like, there's multiple things in this situation. It's not just one thing. That's clear. That's just one of those things of clear nitpicking that you just kind of want to crap on someone's music. But he goes on to say I just read that any rapper say that they run in the game. I come in their session and cut off their legs. Woo. Strap a grenade to my head. Pull out the pin. My music is mind blowing. And then he continues to go on. And the thing is, what I like about that is, it's sad to say, but you don't really hear a lot of like real big wordplay like that. Heck, in another one of his songs, he's even talking about the wordplay, and he has like a whole 4 or 5 bars going on, simply talking about wordplay, the wordplay, playing on words, and he goes back on forth just talking about wordplay and breaking it down. it's weird that we don't hear wordplay like that anymore, and that's literally like most of my lyrics. It's either about a specific artist's wordplay or it's just how a rapper can go off. Like in these lyrics, I can tell you now, I have 2 songs from NF, 3 songs from Eminem, 1 from Big Pun, and 1 from Joyner Lucas, and 1 from Kanye West. And this one I guess isn't a song from Eminem, but it's a Big Sean song, No Favor. But it's Eminem's most recent verse, and I have to say he went hard. Even though, and I'm gonna be honest,
Big Sean's last album, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't always agree with Eminem politically because I'm conservative. Eminem's a liberal. But even though I don't agree with everything he says in the song, I can't lie and say, oh, just because I agree with it, it's bad. He goes hard on most of the verse, on some of the things he says. I'm trying to figure out where the lyrics is. They blame me for murdering Jamie Lee Curtis. Said I put her face in the furnace. No, not that one. Shady number 81. I'm looking for when he talks about hand culture all the way up to Trump's a bitch. He says it goes right here, and I love when rappers go political because it shows that their political knowledge, whether they fall, no matter where they lean, it's just the fact that it shows that rappers can indeed be interested in the idea of politics, because some rappers are too afraid to even go near it. Because he's talking about Ann Coulter, who some people believe is a white supremacist because of her views on the Black Lives Matter situation. So he goes, and fuck Ann Coulter with a Klan poster, with a lamppost door handle, shutter, a damn bolt cutter, a sandal, a can opener, a candle, rubber piano, a flannel sucker, some hand soap butter, a banjo, and a manhole cover. Hand over the mouse and nose smother. Trample ran over the tramp with the Land Rover, the Lambo Hummer, and Roadrunner. Go ham donut or go Rambo gut her. Make an example of her. That's for Sandra Bland, ho, and Philando. Hannibal on the lamb. No wonder I'm so stubborn. I'm anti. Can't go no government handle. A commando. Your man don't want none. Trump's a bitch. I'll make his whole brain go under. That man went on for almost 8 bars talking about, and he's literally just talking about beating the crap out of Ann Coulter because of her huh?
Oh, my bad. I was enjoying my donut. Sorry.
Oh, where you get the donut from?
Nigga, brand this shit is. I don't know. I'm sweet.
But
Sharp right
yeah, and Eminem goes for almost 8 bars just talking about Ann Coulter and how life should pretty much just beat the shit out of her. He literally the entire first part is just things to fuck her with a Klan poster, a lamppost, door handle, shutter, bolt cutter, sandal, can opener, candle, rubber, piano, flannel, Sutton, and then he just calls her a sucker, hand soap, butter, a banjo, and a manhole cover. And then all the next bars are about running over her. Hand over the mouth and nose smother, as in he's gonna like suffocate her. Trample ran over the tramp with a Land Rover, the Lambo Hummer, and Roadrunner. So he ran over her with 5 different things. Go ham donut or go Rambo. Gut her. Make an example of her for Sandra Bland, which is one person, and Philando. And then he's talking about Silence of the Lamb, which, in case you didn't know, if you're not a big fan of Eminem, he really likes Silence of the Lamb because I guess it connects with the Slim Shady gimmick a lot. And Hannibal on the Lamb, as in, Silence of the Lamb. And I guess he's saying he's going so hard he's pretty much eating her at this point. So Hannibal on the Lamb, no wonder I'm so stubborn. And then he's talking about how he feels on his political views. I'm anti. Can't no government handle a commando. Your man don't want it. And then he comes for the president, which some people were upset about this, but let's be honest, Eminem's come at every president, every big name, just because that's Eminem. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't even care about him. I feel like he doesn't even have the opinion either way. I feel like he's just Eminem and he does that. He says, I'm anti. Yeah.
Trump's a bitch at the top.
Trump's a bitch. I'll make his whole brand go under. Like he's because Eminem, let's be honest, Eminem He knows his own power. Eminem knows because Eminem shut down probably one of the biggest R&B and pop singers of all time in Mariah Carey. If Eminem can kill Mariah Carey with one song, who can't he take down? No. Yes, nigga. Ever since the warning.
No, I know that.
Ever since the warning, Mariah Carey hasn't been able to drop an album that really gets anything because people lost all respect for Mariah Carey and the way she treats people.
Damn.
Wow.
All it took was one song and he ruined her career. As a matter of fact, I believe it was an Evil Twin or another one of his recent songs. He's talking about how you shouldn't call him out, and then he's like, "Oh, ask Mariah what happens."
And she took that short.
What was she supposed to do? She called him out. You called him out. She's not. There's no clapping back. You called.
Nowadays you got pop stars dissing each other like Katy Perry and Taylor Swift. That should be funny as hell.
Bro, that's just white people beef. Come on, let's be honest.
So hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I like when rappers decide to call people out, whether it's a serious call out or not. And that's what I pulled up here. We have from Jordan Lucas, "Mask On," which I said was one of my favorite songs of the year. His first verse, he says, first thing he does is call people out. The entire, I think the first part of the first verse is he calls out Lil Yachty, Logic, because he's often compared to Logic, and then he also mentions, because he's claiming that his song is better than the original version of "Mask Off," he says, "Future might come for me, but I'm a fucking beast. But if I die, that sucks for me." So he's saying that he could sit here and come for the song, but Future, he understands that Future has a huge fan base, so his career could die, and if it does, then well, too bad for him. At least he sat here and he wasn't too afraid to put out the song. So he literally starts out the first verse. He says, "I'm about to grab niggas by the throat. I'm about to crash Lil Yachty boat. I'm about to drag niggas by the coat. Take out your trash, sit it by the door. Shit, I got the mask on me, I'm about to go. I hate when niggas act funny when I'm alone. They try to give dabs to me and tip their hats to me, and they act gully when they're at home. Yeah, I don't do Xannies or Mollies," because he's coming at the fact that everyone nowadays is a drug addict, because that's the fun thing to do. So he says, "I don't do Xannies or Mollies. Don't come near me with problems." And then he's going off of kind of the "don't come near me with problems," while that connected to the "I don't do Xannies or Mollies," it also continues, "And don't you compare me to Logic," and ad-lib never. See, that's where an ad-lib is needed. Like, and you can have that ad-lib there or not, and it doesn't mean anything. But he says, "Don't you compare me to Logic," and just for the emphasis, he has the ad-lib of never. Like, don't ever let it happen again. He says, don't you compare me to Logic. Go listen to Sriracha," which is the song he did with Tech 9 and Logic. And then he proceeds to say, "Yeah, that's Amanda to Rhonda, and that's a Benz to a Honda. Yeah, that's a dance with the devil, and I ain't dancing behind you." So what he's saying, if you didn't get any of that, because some people were saying, "Oh, that's not a diss," that's a diss. You can't say that's Amanda to Rhonda and say that's not a diss when Amanda beat the crap out of Ronda Rousey, and then he says that's a Benz to a Honda. A Benz to a Honda, you're comparing a beautiful Mercedes-Benz to a normal like Honda Civic.
I like Logic though.
Oh, I like Logic, but I have to be honest, when comparing, I like him, but I just feel like although I can say after listening to a lot of his music, I do feel like sometimes Logic kind of plays off as being a little bit more tough than the person he is. And it bothers me sometimes in songs. I'm like, Logic, you're not that hard. You could have had a bad life, but you're not that hard. Don't do that.
Nah. That's one thing. I know he's not a fraud. That's one thing. Cause like I read up on his backstory. Yeah, he had a bad life, but he fought through a lot of his shit. He was going through a lot. So like,
there's no doubt.
I know his shit isn't fraud, but me personally, his older stuff I like. It was alright, but
nowadays it seems like he's kind of catering to people.
Yeah, right.
He's just saying what people want him to say.
I don't think he's that good. I've never been moved by a Logic song.
I mean,
maybe Dear God. Dear God is one of my favorite Logic songs.
Like for example, I have 2 whole Logic albums, but if I'm not in the mood for Logic, I can't listen to him. He's one of those rappers that I feel like I have to be in the mood for him, because if not, I can't listen. Mm-hmm. But like continuing with this, like the final part of the diss, he says, "Yeah, that's a dance with the devil," as in when you're comparing to someone, that could always be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, because now it's saying, if you fall off once, that person now becomes better than you. So he makes sure that people understand that the diss isn't in bad taste, because then he proceeds to say, and I'm not dancing behind you. So he's saying that what's happening is he's upset that people are comparing him, not because Logic's a bad rapper, but because if you're comparing him to him, when Logic falls, so does he. Or when Logic rises, when Logic rises, he doesn't.
Right.
And so he says he's not going to dance behind you. He's going to stop the comparisons there because he wants to be his own person and he doesn't want to ever have that comparison. He doesn't want to be dancing behind someone and kind of like seem like he's trying to play off their fame, especially when he did a song with him. And as you'll see with a lot of the songs, I like one of the real simple ones, just because I love everyone loves this flow from Twins. Everyone knows the same verse from Twins, Deep Cover 98 by Big Pun and Fat Joe.
I can't repeat a single verse in that.
I know you can't. It's the funniest thing.
Big Pun. I mean, not Big Pun, except for
Fat Joe, yeah, but Pun, like, you have to see here, like, you have to read these lyrics, like, over it.
Read along.
Yeah.
You gotta stop, pause it, read the John so you can catch up.
But no, this one's simply just a bar from Big Pun, and he just says, dead in the middle of Little Italy, little did we know that we riddled to middlemen who didn't do diddly.
That's Twins Deep Cover.
I used to always wonder where that's from, because that was in the
Yeah, that's Twins Deep Cover. That was Saints. It wasn't.
Yeah.
We would be in the middle of what's it called? In the middle of film production. We just played Twins Deep Cover and all years.
No, not even. No. I always used to wonder what song that was, because I used to look them lyrics up and it never used to come up. Like back in the day, 'cause when I used to play
that's Big Pun. That's Big Pun Twins.
Yeah, the radio in the middle. I used to be able to recite that whole thing.
That like I just kind of learned it as it like going, but that. Yeah, he's just like dead in the middle of Little Italy. Little did we know that we riddled to middlemen who didn't do diddly. And I think that
I'm taking out.
Big Pun. This is when I can say that I can understand why people hype up Fat Joe, because when Fat Joe and Big Pun worked together, they were great rappers. It's always one of those things. It's one of those Jay-Z things I was talking about. The only problem is Fat Joe got rid of his competition, which wasn't a good idea. When he got rid of his competition, Fat Joe fell off. And I can't blame him completely because one of his competition died. But by getting rid of Cuban Links because of some personal issues, instead of having like a proper rap beef like most rappers do, instead he decided to just shank him in the face.
Damn. Big Pun was crazy. Have you heard like some of the stories Fat Joe used to tell about Big Pun?
Apparently, Big Pun would just like suck women. He would like call chicks up to the stage. He'd have like 2 chicks on his lap, and he'd just be sucking titties, like in the middle of a performance.
I know he had a massive anger issue too.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I remember he pimp smacked some girl in the club. But yeah, I that's just a sense of like sometimes bars about I just want to hear bars, and that's a lot of times what Big Pun bought. Even when it's wordplay, I'm listening for the bars because half the time the wordplay was going too fast, so I couldn't even understand it. It's like when I listen to Rap God.
I want to hear something that makes me just stop the song and be like, "Yo."
I know that was one of those things that you after that first verse, it's like, what did he just say?
It's like, yo. I caught what I said, but like that was crazy.
And I feel like that describes like rap lyrics to me. Like if you're listening to half the ones I'm talking about, half of them have meaning to it. Like hell, the next one that I was gonna pull up, which I'm not gonna quote line from line because it's literally the entire verse. It's from No Love with Eminem and Lil Wayne, which I believe is one of Lil Wayne's best verses of all time, along with Drop the World. No
Lil
Love
Wayne's
and Drop.
First of all time.
I don't know about that.
Avatar. Now I got a blue big.
Nah, bruh.
Bro,
drop the world. Yeah, bro, but I can't lie though. Drop the World and No Love were some of Lil Wayne's best verses. Like his verses on those were some of his best ones because he actually went full on. And I loved his verse on Forever. His verse on Forever also killed it. I feel like whenever he works with big names, again, it's a competition thing. But then again, I'm not going to blame Lil Wayne here. In his situation, every time he's released something good, it's normally when he's featured or it's a mixtape that he released without the permission of Birdman. And it's very clear that Birdman is holding him back.
Yeah.
Because when you can hear him drop stuff like his Sorry for the Wait album, it's clear that his Sorry for the Wait mixtape.
That shit really changed my life.
It's like,
Part 2 really changed my life.
yeah, it's like Lil Wayne still has bars in him, and people don't understand that. It's just Birdman's holding him back because Birdman wants Lil Wayne to be Birdman wants him to be a pop rapper, and let's be honest, that's not Lil Wayne's voice doesn't even fit pop rap. Let's be honest. Lil Wayne, even when he sounds hype, he's not hype. Or even when he makes hype music, he doesn't even sound hype. Yeah, laser.
All I know is we need Lupe Fiasco to save rap.
Lupe Fiasco's a fucking goat as well.
It's just sad because Lupe Fiasco really had his chance, but he never really hit down on the chance when he had everyone's eyes on him after the. What was the name of the? I can't remember the name of the album, but it had the song "Words I Ever." "Words I Never Said" was like the song that really opened up everyone's eyes to him because of the political views, and he was one of the only people who was really coming out saying stuff like that.
First time I heard him was I think it was either Skateboard or that Kanye West song. You know what I'm talking about?
Kanye has a lot of songs.
They're like up there. When he's flying, Con Evil or whatever. What's that song called?
No,
I'm going on an airplane.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll be back again.
You know that Drake song with Timbaland? This shit was all I knew.
You and me only. I did it all for you.
Listen to Lupe Fiasco's remix.
He did one? I know that.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to say something, baby.
Yo, I've never
Say something, baby. Oh.
It's ridiculous. But no, we still talking about greatest rap lyrics?
Yeah, we're still talking about greatest rap lyrics.
My mic keeps cutting off like crazy. I don't even hear y'all.
Mine spots out sometimes too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just like the
greatest rap lyrics without saying Wu-Tang Clan, man. They hit you with stories.
No, and yo, speaking of Wu-Tang, I'm glad you brought them up.
Facts.
The Purple Tape, only for Cuban links. The intro to Rainy Days, oh my God. On rainy days, I sit back and count ways. And what makes that song so amazing, how he's talking in the song, the way he's doing it, it's like he's talking to a mob boss about drugs. He's talking about an altercation he had. And he's going off, and you hear the rain in the background, and you hear her rolling, it's raining. And
it's so hard to look up this rapper.
That happened, bro. It's crazy. And then a lot of people, another one of my favorite lyrics, pretty much the beginning and end of what's his face? I just lost my train of thought. But Michi Darko's, what's the song that I love so much, Alex? You know,
Bounce?
No.
Palm Trees?
No, not Palm Trees. I sing it all the time.
Imraz?
No, it's just him by himself. It's just Meech by himself.
Wait, Butch mixtape. What album?
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead.
Oh, wait. No. I know what you're talking about. Wait.
This that long phenom, psychedelic phenom. That. What's the name of that song?
Oh shit. I got it though. Hold up.
But while we're waiting for that,
I think it's called Better. Is it called Better Off Dead? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But that's that. And from that lyric is amazing. And I have another lyric from the new school. It's by some of my favorite rappers as well, Underachievers, on a song called
God Bless the Dead.
God Bless the Dead. There we go. But on the song called Herb Shuttles, he said, wait, what is it? What's the part that's closest to the end of the song? America, New World for the rain. Oh yeah, he said, "Fuck America, New World for the rain," and then he said, "Enlightening." Like enlightening, you know the term enlighten when you enlighten someone, but he said enlightening like thunder and rain, and a lot of people didn't catch that, but that bar is hard. So he goes on, he said, "Fuck America, New World for the rain," and he says it really quick. He's like, "Enlightening like thunder and rain," and then the song cuts out to the next verse. But people don't get that because people are like, that doesn't make any sense. He's saying enlightening like thunder and rain, but it's supposed to be enlightening like thunder and rain. And a lot of people, that goes with a lot of people say it's a great bar. And then I don't know. Anything by Big L, anything like there's so much. That's hard for me. I couldn't really do that topic fully, like to its most potential, because there's so much lyrics that hit me so hard. Lauryn Hill, Nas, like it's too much.
Yeah,
bro.
it's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
That's
of
like-
Kendrick songs too.
I know it's really hard to go off like the best song. Like, you know how I'm right now. I'm kind of thinking about the best song lyrics I can think of immediately. It's kind of what lyrics were out there and they meant something. Because there's so many rappers who have had lyrics that mean something, and people don't care about them because that, like I said before, rap lyrics aren't always what we're listening for.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like right now,
We were in like I remember one time we were in like a party chat, and I played this old song, and like Nas was listening to it, and he was like, cut that shit off. I was like, what you mean? He's like, the beats.
Yeah.
Slow. I was like, huh?
Yeah, like that.
But are you listening to what he's saying? He was like, I was like, okay.
Yeah, like
They only listen to like the actual instrumental. They not listening to like the lyrics.
Like the last two set of bars I have, right? They're from the songs Jesus Walks and the last one I have from NF called Oh Lord. And I feel like Kanye West says something that's real when it comes to the radio and music itself. When he says they say you can rap about anything except for Jesus. That means gun, sex, lies, videos, tape. But if I talk about God, my record won't get played, huh? Which it really does make sense. If you listen to a lot of like the radio, they'd rather hear about the negative things and like the crazy things than that the politics. That's never too touchy. They have no problem playing rap about politics now, but you can't ever talk about religion at all. When it still doesn't even make sense, because it's like no matter how much of the world percentage falls into atheist or like another religious group, our country, at least our country itself, it's still mainly a Christian country. So it's like I don't even think people would get offended. Hell, most atheists aren't even offended. Only the trolls are. Like if you actually speak to an atheist in real life, most of them don't care about your religious beliefs, and they'll listen to songs that have it anyway. They just won't repeat the songs. And so I don't understand why they don't have it. I feel like it's radio's kind of like just trying to shy away rappers from being themselves or like talking about something that comes from their own heart. And like along with that one, we have one of the hardest hitting rap lyrics like I've heard a rapper say in recent years, from the song NF Oh Lord. When this song, when I first heard it, it like really gets me thinking. So like if y'all ain't never hear this song after the podcast, I definitely think you should listen to it. The song's literally just talking about the world's perception of God, whether we believe in him or not. And he starts off his second verse, and he says, it's easy to blame God, but harder to fix things. We look in the sky like, why aren't you listening? Watching the news in our living rooms on the big screen and talking about if God is really real, then where is he? You see, the same God that we say might not even exist becomes real to us, but only when we're dying in bed. And he goes on really talking about it, and it's like, you know, even Christians, let's be honest, we've all had that one moment where we're like, well, what if this means nothing? I'm going to continue doing it because, let's be honest, if it is real, then I want that comfort. And I want that comfort even if it isn't real, because at least I'm comforted with that thought. But then you have the people who are really sitting here and they're like, I don't know anymore. They've got so much pain with their life, or they see so much pain in the world that they really just sometimes they're scared to want it because of the pain. But then it's like when you're finally dying, it's like you want to accept it, because then it's like, look, I've been fighting you all my. It's like if you've had a rivalry with someone, right? Let's say, Courtney, me and you didn't like each other, but we've always had that we've always been in contact with each other. So no matter how much we hate each other, we still, you know how you have that love-hate thing, that no matter how much you hate someone, that's someone you hate so much to the point that you kind of care about them, that you need that person in your life, because if not, then you no longer know what you exist for. So people who hate him to the point that they really love him, because quite frankly, without their hate for him, it's almost like they've had nothing to live for.
And they need an answer, and they're dying.
And when you're finally dying, it's like, look, I'm sorry. It would be like if I had a rivalry with someone. It's like when I'm dying, it's like, I'm sorry for everything I said. I have no reason to hold this hate on anymore. And I want to know and let you know that really all these years I've cared about you, and I hope that you cared about me, and I hope you're willing to accept my apology. And when I heard this lyric, especially the way he plays it with the piano in the background and everything, it really hits hard. And I feel like and that's why I can say that I will never say rap is dead, because we will always have rappers like this who will come around, and when we say rap is dying, they prove us wrong.
Right.
And I feel like lyrics like this will never die. And I feel like that's why it's important to bring up lyrics. and gamer tags like that will never die either. So I feel like, yeah. So I feel like I want to make the mood a little bit lighter because we had to get into real deep thought to really think about some of the greatest lyrics. So for the final question of the video before we kind of like just end it off with some outros for each one of us. I want to know what games coming up this year do you guys feel like are most interesting?
2K18.
And because I'm going over to PS4 within the next month, hopefully, I want to ask you guys, because you guys are a part of my channel, and once I switch over to PS4, you will become closer parts of my channel. What video, or whether I'm going to be playing it with you guys or not, what are some video games that you feel like I should end up covering within the future?
Overwatch.
We're not playing Overthought. No.
Yeah, we're not playing that dumb shit.
I do plan on getting Overwatch, but when it comes to actual for video recording purposes, I don't know. I probably put like 2 videos out just because I don't feel like Overwatch is the most entertaining game to watch. It's a fun game to play, but I can't watch it.
I watch that shit all the time.
But yeah, what would you guys think are some entertaining, some great games coming out, and I could definitely use for videos?
Wait, that are out now or are going to
that either they're out now or going to come out. Games that you know that I haven't played. That are, let's say they came out in 2017, because then they'd still have their view purpose.
Bro, you gotta hop on with us.
Like I said, I'll hop on NBA 2K18, but I know Jeremy agreed to hop on WWE 2K18. As long as Austin hops on, I can say that at least I can have some videos to put out with
Bro,
that.
I'm ass at those games.
Nigga, doesn't matter. I'm playing it for the fun of it.
I might
be sucking balls.
I might get that.
Bro, especially if the Hardy Boys is in it, I'm so hyped because the but yeah, that's actually why I'm going to end the podcast before 8, because I watch Raw every week, and supposedly the Hardy Boys should be bringing one of their gimmicks from the independent scene, which is called the Broken Hardys. Remember, Courtney, Alex, I showed you some of the videos of the Broken Hardys. They're late. And I showed you them in Chris Jericho when he's just like drinking in, man. The gift of Jericho.
Oh, them shits are so hilarious. Drinking, man.
But I feel like that's why we would have to play the 2 WWE games, just because of them. I feel like we would have some memes out of that. Just us. I feel like we would create the dumbest characters. We would have the dumbest characters created.
5'2", 300 pounds.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because you can.
Fucking way, bro.
You can.
Right, anything.
I want to make like a giant like cannonball.
His ankles are destroying himself, bro. No.
Bro, but like he'll never be able to get pinned.
5'2", 300.
Not even realistic.
Bro,
Lil Tank.
dog,
All right.
That's gonna be his name, Lil Tank.
6 foot 280 high flyer. Can I do that?
Austin,
Yeah, you can make anyone a high flyer.
I swear you make anything.
Oh, I can make anybody high. Bet.
I'm about to make.
I'm about to have the best player of all
You
time.
can make Big Show a high flyer in the game.
You already know.
Wow.
Well, in Big Show's defense, hold up. In Big Show's defense, did you know that Big Show back when he was in WCW, his finisher was the moonsault?
Okay, that's.
He used to go off the top. He used to go off the top rope and hit a moonsault. A whole backflip, just.
Why would I want to? He's
I'm making
destroying. No.
I'm making Jumbo Jet in WWE straight like that. Facts stamp.
Facts stamp.
Man,
7 foot, 240 pound.
If you guys want to know what you can create in 2K, at least in 2K17, what I'm gonna do is after the podcast, I'm gonna put it in my Xbox and I'm gonna just send you guys some screenshots of some of the ridiculous characters you'll see online. It's hilarious.
should I bring in Sixer Man from my 2K into WWE?
Bring in whatever, because we about to have some great online matches if the servers aren't garbage.
I mean, I'm gonna be at college though. I'm not gonna be playing till like second semester. I plan on.
I don't know about that. Well, oh yeah, that's right, because you're trying to focus only on first semester. But although I have heard that you're probably gonna end up saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna bring in that PS4 first semester," but everyone, like Chris and everyone I know who started, everyone said that first semester is going to be a semester where you're getting homework like once a week from each class, and you're just gonna have nothing but time on your hand because you only have classes for like an
I literally
hour.
only have 3 classes. It's tough because I tested.
Why does hold up? You want to know something stupid? Why does Oh yeah, I tested out on English, which I don't know how the hell that happened.
I wish I tested out on English.
Nigga,
I
how
tested out on math.
nigga, how am I dyslexic and test out on English? That don't
They're
make
making me
sense.
take the advanced one, the advanced English.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, how am I dyslexic and test out on English?
Ooh, new season of South Park, September 13th.
Oh, has anyone seen or really just Austin? Austin, did you see have you seen the beginning of the new season of Rick and Morty?
It started already?
Yeah, Rick and Morty started.
When did it start?
We're on episode 3 already. You can watch all the episodes on Adult Swim.
For free?
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, let's actually talk about the games. That way, my viewers know what to watch. But as long as this video,
Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out.
I cannot wait to play that. Which upsets me because that's like the 3rd or 4th Red Dead Redemption. That's definitely gonna game I'm gonna. Red Dead Redemption 2. Some of the games I'm gonna say now that I'm gonna be getting.
Crackdown was my game when I was on Xbox. That was very tough.
Some of the games I'm gonna say now that I'm definitely getting
Crackdown
are.
3 is only for Xbox.
I'm getting.
No, Crackdown 3 is coming out for Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
I thought it was an Xbox exclusive.
Hell no. Well, the first one was.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for what's it called? Not Left 4 Dead 3. Although that was supposed to have been released by Valve, but Valve just doesn't like releasing part 3s of games. But what's it called? I'm waiting for Last of Us 2.
Yeah, that would be very fun.
Last of Us, yeah. You've never, bro.
Is that a
Last
scary
of.
game?
Yeah, also don't play scary games. Don't
Oh,
talk about
I'm playing Outlast 2 with Chris. I can't wait to do that one.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to a lot of things.
I'm just looking forward to anything I can play on my channel because I definitely want to have things that my fans can be entertained with. That's why I started the podcast, because I know I'm gonna have a lot of interesting conversations with my friends. And because I know that sometimes we can be very intellectual and sometimes we can go full on retard.
I know.
And I think that's why we're such great friends, because we never fall on that range of like too much of anything. Like if
First couple of months, dog, it's gonna be real sweaty on 2K, grinding your character up, and on Destiny 2, getting your character up, getting your light up.
It's gonna be disgusting.
It's gonna be sweat.
What's another game that's supposed to be coming out? Oh, I can't wait to play the South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Oh my goodness,
bro, that on my channel is probably gonna be one of the funniest Let's Plays I ever get through.
I love South Park. I hope that never dies.
So do I. I feel like they revived themselves with season 20.
Like The Simpsons, bro. Like
it's so sad what happened to The Simpsons.
I miss The Simpsons so much. Like that's my childhood.
The Simpsons and King of the Hill. Yeah.
Yes. Bro.
All I watched was Family Guy when it came to adults. Family Guy, Boondocks.
Boondocks, that was my childhood.
I didn't watch Boondocks growing up because it was always on too late, and as a kid, I fell asleep at like 10:30.
Oh nah, I stayed up. I made sure I took a
No,
nap,
hold
so
up.
I watched.
I have a little rant right here that I was going on the other day. I hated having my TV on a little bit too loud because sometimes on Adult Swim they would have shows that are a little bit more quiet, kind of like King of the Hill. King of the Hill, you had to have your volume up for because they weren't always exactly on par with everyone else when it comes to audio level. But I hated when I would turn the volume up watching King of the Hill in the night and fall asleep, and at 3 o'clock in the morning Metalocalypse would come on with their satanic ass with their heavy metal death metal music just start playing. That would terrify young Nemz. Like I would have nightmares and stuff, waking up screaming and then realize Metalocalypse was just on.
Do you have a favorite cartoon now?
Wait, hold up.
All my favorite cartoons are gone.
I don't know. That's actually kind of hard. Do we
Regular
consider
show
this-
is gone.
Alright, so
Is
top
Family
three.
Guy,
Your top
is
three.
Family Guy considered a cartoon?
Yeah, of course. Anything that's a cartoon is considered a cartoon.
Give us your top three.
But let's keep anime out of it because anime can be difficult.
Family Guy, Boondocks. Oh shit. Well,
Boondocks
Family
is
Guy-
considered an anime.
I know. Shit.
We're doing
Family Guy,
all time.
regular show,
Yeah.
And Curse Cali Dog or Samurai Jack, one of the two. Or
I'll-
yeah, I can't do a top 3. Fuck this.
Just think about what pops off your head. Let's try and keep 5.
Man, my top 3 cartoons growing up was Rocket Power, Rugrats, and Chalk Zone.
I would have to go with Codename Kids Next Door, Billy and Mandy, and I'm putting Rick and Morty on there because Rick and Morty I have some weird obsession with growing up now.
You had like 15 shows. You had like a choice of what you wanted to watch.
Now it's no damn Uncle Grandpa.
Like what is?
Bro, hold up. Have you ever looked at Cartoon Network? When I saw a picture of the month schedule. You know what's on this month? Outside of Teen Titans Go, and when they have their so do I. But that's where I was getting with this. Outside of when there's new episodes dropping, nothing's on the channel but Teen Titans Go. It's literally just a Teen Titans Go marathon, all day, all night.
It's just like Nickelodeon. It's the same.
And I'm not even joking. Yeah, you wake up and when you tune into the two channels, you either have a choice of Teen Titans Go or New SpongeBob. You don't have a choice of anything else.
There's no other cartoons, yo.
Yeah, because now Disney doesn't do cartoons anymore, or at least it doesn't have any good shows. I used to love that show, Raven, Kim Possible, Zack and Cody. Where's all of that?
Barbarian?
Oh, Dan the Barbarian. Drake and Josh.
Barbarian.
What's it called? What was another good show? Because I still have a whole 40 minutes to blast before.
Mickey Mouse. Remember Mickey Mouse?
Yo.
It was like.
What?
Mickey Mouse like Playhouse or something?
No, not Mickey Mouse Playhouse.
Like every Saturday.
Mickey Mouse.
Clubhouse. Come inside.
They
It's
had, like, skits
the
and
movie,
it was crazy.
the movie theater one. That was
Yeah.
because I remember I was talking to you about that.
Yeah,
that
we
was
brought
one
it
of.
up in our film.
Yeah, we would bring it up all the time. That was like I remember you randomly
You can
found an
never remember
episode.
the name of.
Yeah, it's
Every
true.
Saturday.
Hold up. It's the Mickey. I'm just gonna look up Mickey Mouse.
Like it was like a club theater type thing, and it was like had like skits and like little mini episodes and stuff like that. It was so cool.
Disney's House of Mouse.
Yep, there.
Yeah.
Yo, it was so sad that it was only one season long show. I didn't know that.
I felt
But-
like it was so much longer.
I know it felt like it was on, but that's because they released only one episode a month, which I figured out that's why no one really knows about. Oh my God, you remember Jake Long, American Dragon Jake Long?
It's American Dragon.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yo, y'all remember American Dragon Jake Long? That just reminded me My Life as a Teenage Robot. That one's so underrated. No one ever brings up My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Used to be tough.
Bro, hold up. My gym partner's a
That was my
monkey.
friend.
Camp Laszlo, yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Total Drama Island.
Total Drama Island.
Ah, original dog. Like nothing was like that. Like you,
That was all
16.
that
You remember
crap.
16?
16.
16.
Yeah.
started my
Oh,
life.
yeah.
Got a new job and I started the ball today.
Today.
What else?
From Mom and Dad.
Will always be the best show.
Ed and Eddie, oh yeah.
Y'all never seen
Teen Titans, Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, Teen Titans too.
Teen
Yeah.
Titans, what's it called? The Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra.
That counts as an anime.
Yeah, Samurai Jack. If we're gonna talk about, if we were to bring in animes just to include like all shows growing up, if we're just talking about some of the best things it was growing up on TV, we have Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, we're counting Boondocks because now we're just talking about everything great from when we were growing up. We had Avatar: The Last Airbender, Legend of Korra. For my case, Pokemon. Some people loved Yu-Gi-Oh. They had what was the other one? Yu-Gi-Oh. It was Digimon. The Digimon show is weird. I think it was because the creatures talked that it kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What's it called? But what was the other one? I hated No, was it Bakugan? No, Beyblade. I hated Beyblade.
Beyblade, nigga, that shit was ass, dog.
Heck no, bro.
Hell
Middle
yeah.
school, bro.
I will forever say that Beyblade is just Jewish Pokemon. Beyblade is just spinning. Let's spin tops at each other, or let's spin dreidels at each other. That's what Beyblade was.
But it was cool because like they did
No.
different.
Instead of monsters, it was dreidels. Dreidel. I made you out of magic.
Bakugan's were expensive. and
Just like Beyblade. Beyblade, you pay like $10 on one Beyblade.
Oh, you think that's expensive? Try being a Pokemon fan as a kid. We had everything.
Nobody knew how to play Pokemon.
Hold up.
Nobody
No.
knows how to play
Hold up.
They had the Pokeballs too. Them Jones was crazy.
Hold up. Let's be honest. Whether you like Pokemon or not, let's be honest. There's probably no game ever that's gotten the amount of money Pokemon has, except maybe Mario. And I say maybe because And the only reason I say maybe is because unlike Pokemon, Mario doesn't have like a card game. It doesn't have its own TV show. It doesn't have the other things that would have accumulated money for Pokemon. Pokemon itself is one of the only companies that within only 20 years is worth more than $4 billion.
And there's Pokemon competitions.
So Yu-Gi-Oh not fucking with them?
Yu-Gi-Oh's not even. Yu-Gi-Oh isn't even a quarter of Pokemon.
Nobody knows about Yu-Gi-Oh no more. We the last generation with Yu-Gi-Oh.
If you want to go into the statistics of Pokemon within 20 years has put out over 60 video games. Over 60 video games in Japan and across the world. Japan having almost all of them. Some of them have been free. Some of them you've paid with. Some of them are like kid games. Yes, Pokemon is so big in Japan that they have things where kids can learn their ABCs to learn English. They have all crazy things in Japan to like teach kids. They have an entire tutorial system that's almost like a. You remember when we were in like middle school and like elementary school when teachers are trying to teach us how to use a keyboard? In Japan, almost every school uses the Meowth version of that, where Meowth is teaching kids how to use a keyboard. So if you want to know how much if you want to know how much money Pokemon's made, just remember they have their own airplane. Like when you go to Japan, you can literally fly a Pokemon airplane, take a Pokemon bus and a Pokemon taxi to go to a Pokemon mall and a Pokemon themed hotel.
See, that's out of fucking pocket. I don't want to wake up to Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Yo, wow. That Pikachu is getting DDT.
Yeah, like Pokemon is an insanely wealthy company, and I genuinely feel like Pokemon is like it's like The Simpsons. It could fall to hell and it still will not die. Pokemon is one of those things that will never die because, let's be honest, there's so many creatures in this world that every time we discover a whole set of 400, Pokemon already turned half of them into a Pokemon, and now they can just wait 3 more years to release.
Family Guy's never gonna die.
Yeah, exactly, because you can't kill it. It's like there's so many stories you can tell. It's like South Park. South Park's been running technically since like 1987.
South Park will never die, dog.
South Park technically has been running since like 1987. Pokemon's been running since 1996. Think about that. It's since 1996, and about every 10 years. Exactly, and about every 10 years, Pokemon has a resurgence that's like extremely crazy. Like when we were about let's say 2007 was when we were about 8 or 9. That was around the time Diamond and Pearl came out, which, just to let you know, Diamond and Pearl are now the second most paid for games of all time after Tetris.
Oh shit.
Oh,
they're the second most paid for family game of all time after Tetris.
Tetris is that phone game when you don't got no money on your phone.
Yeah, that you play Tetris.
The Razor flip phone.
Yo.
So if you wanna, Pokemon holds of the top 10 family games, I believe Pokemon holds 6 of those spots. And
That's pretty
they hold 6 of the spots. I think last time I checked, Pokemon held 6 spots, Mario held 3, and Tetris hold number 1.
That's fucking terrible.
So,
yeah.
So it's crazy how much influence that has. So Pokemon for me growing up, that's why I can still say I'm a fan today. I used to watch that show every day, every night. I would sit there. You want to know how serious it was for me? Because hell, I have an entire series on my channel that's playing Pokemon, or is playing Dragon Ball Z as Pokemon. If you want to know how serious Pokemon's gotten.
I could never get into Pokemon.
If you watch my series, it's the funniest. If you watch my series, it's the funniest thing because it's literally just Pokemon style, but everything's Dragon Ball Z.
How did you do that anyway?
It's an emulator. People make their own hacks, and then I just download them. But
is there another show competing with Dragon Ball Z though?
Competing? Nope. No. Hold up. That's right now competing. Hold up. No. Competing. Naruto is competing with Dragon Ball Z. Yes. Naruto is competing with Dragon Ball Z in Japan. And if we're gonna talk about right now, in Japan, Boruto is one of the only things that's even remotely coming close to Dragon Ball Super's ratings.
God damn.
That's fucking Dragon Ball so
I love, like, heck, Dragon Ball is even one of those series that even someone like me who didn't even like anime, I sat down, watched Dragon Ball, and I was like, okay, now I watched, ever since then, because the only anime I ever technically watched was Pokemon, Avatar, Pokemon, Avatar, and Teen Titans. They were the only ones. And Boondocks. But like,
never get into Dragon Ball Z either.
Yeah, me neither.
I was never able to get into it until now. It wasn't until now that I was able to get into it. And I guess it's because as a kid, sometimes some kids like the action, some kids are like sitting there like, okay, I can just watch action with less screaming on any other thing. But when you go and watch it now, it's like, okay, I understand that they're screaming a lot, but now now you have the option to skip all those filler episodes. You can look up, okay, here's when the next important thing happens. So you can skip all those boring filler episodes and then just skip to the actual important part.
Though, man.
Sometimes.
They do.
Like, did Frieza and Goku need to fight for 19 episodes? Did Goku and Frieza really need to fight for 19 episodes? Was that necessary?
Yes.
For me, I want that because I don't want it to end. I don't want the fight to end.
But yeah, I mean, like I believe Dragon Ball is another one of those things that can. But although I can say Dragon Ball's building themselves in a wall. They're starting to repeat stories with Super, and the stories that they're not repeating, they're not giving themselves open spots to build a story off of it. For example, right now we have the Tournament of Power. The Tournament of Power is going to leave one universe alive. And let's say Universe 7 wins, and they revive all the rest of the universes.
No.
What happens to the rest of those characters? Sure, they're all revived, but we're never going to see them in the show again. But characters like Caulifla, Kale, and Kaba, who they sat there and built up, if they don't bring the characters from Universe 6 to Universe 7 for whatever reason, they definitely need to find some weird track to bring those characters over, because let's be honest, outside of Jiren from Universe 11, no one cares about any universe other than 6 and 7. And the characters from Universe 6 can be useful in the future of Dragon Ball for other shows.
Girl Broly fight regular Broly.
I want to see that fight so bad. Although I'll say this, Kale will win.
You think so?
I say so because spoiler alert, in case anyone's watching, in case anyone hasn't seen the recent episodes, Kale learns how to control Berserker mode. So now she doesn't fight like crazy. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, but like sometimes you just want to go Hulk mode. Like you don't know what you're doing. You're just doing it.
But if you can control your Berserker, that means she can go up to Super Saiyan God as a Berserker. Because now she can control her own ki.
Super Saiyan, just regular Super Saiyan, they can't reach that yet.
Yeah,
Nigga, Broly hit Super Saiyan 3. Broly hit Super Saiyan 4. Oh, hold up.
Broly did,
CJ dropped.
How to go into Broly mode.
But that's what I'm saying. And Kale just learned how to control her Berserker. So what I mean is she can definitely end up being she can end up hitting God.
For some reason, those Saiyans are just like twice as smart.
Actually, there's a reason why this Universe 6 Saiyan. There's a reason this Universe 6 Saiyans are that good. People want to keep complaining, but they did say that the reason they don't have tails is because they're an advanced form of Saiyans. So because they're evolved, there's a reason that they don't need to go through a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, and because like they had time to build their
all right, and I'm gonna say something that y'all niggas might call me out for some bullshit, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. If I was a cartoon, I would smash Kale and Caulifla.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
They're characters from they're the Lady
6.
Saiyans of Universe 6 and Dragon Ball.
That sounds like Chinese to me. What the fuck? That's like saying something.
You gotta watch the episode.
Hold up. I can show you what it is. Share screen.
But first of all, you're gross.
How am I?
Like,
all right, bro. Let's say we're around the same age in this situation. Let's say they're around the same age in this situation.
No.
So are y'all able to see my screen?
Check. How you 6'5" and can't dunk? You fucking
check your Skype. You should be able to see my screen.
I don't see nothing.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, here I can see it now.
These are okay. What are these pictures?
Yo, why are they touching each other?
I don't know. I just looked up. Look, you can see here. I just looked up Kale and Caulifla. What is this? What is this?
Hey, yo,
Bro, what is this? What is this?
Ew, what is that?
What is this? Bro, what is this?
Wait, I don't see nothing.
Bro, what is this? Bro, what is this? No. Look at what. Yo, I just saw the ad. We're done here. I'm so glad that none of that's going up on YouTube.
Not gonna be monetized.
No, all that's being blocked out on YouTube. That's not being seen. So viewers on YouTube, if you want to know what we're watching, that's not important.
How the hell are you 6'5" and can't dunk? You guys suck.
I love how.
Yo, what are you talking about?
I'm on YouTube right now, and this nigga 6'5" and can't dunk. You literally are. You're a mistake to the world. Like, get out.
Hey, man.
You shouldn't.
Just because he can't dunk?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm 5'9" and can't get girls. That's an.
Oh shit.
What's that mean? It's because you ain't got
It
the
means
juice, bro. You don't believe in yourself. You gotta believe in. Once you believe in yourself, you will be able to. Achieve.
All right,
Once you
hold up.
achieve,
Hold
you
up.
will succeed.
I wanna make a complaint about something y'all niggas really won't know about because let's be honest, y'all don't live in Cracker Town. But I'm tired of these white people bugs. Okay,
Huh?
I'm tired. No, y'all don't understand. There are white. Okay, I dare y'all niggas. If y'all ever we have something important going on in my house, I want y'all to stay over and I want y'all to just stay up in the night. We're gonna walk outside and you're gonna see white people bugs.
What
You are
does
gonna
that
see.
mean?
There are beetles I have never seen before. There are bugs out here I didn't even know they could grow to the size that they have grown. No. They are white people bugs. Because every time I go around white people, I can see them. Every time I go around white people, the bugs. Nigga, why can they have these bugs swim in water? That doesn't make sense. I tried to drown a centipede. That nigga came right back up. He said no. He said I'm not going back. I had to pour scalding water on him. I saw him ball up, and I had to
just squish it.
because he was in the tub, nigga. I was getting ready to take a shower. I'm not gonna crush him with my foot. I'm not gonna crush him with my bare foot. So I just drowned him to death. No, I don't. Does everyone just have shower slippers?
So like when you step out the shower,
shower slippers. I don't step in shit. I
you just step on the floor.
No, nigga, I got a towel on the floor like a.
When you walk back to your room, you just walking barofoot.
Do you not dry your feet in the bathroom?
Oh, hold up.
No,
Austin, you weird. Austin, you weird.
No, I'm
talking about the shower and school, and you jump into some scuba gear, nigga. Like, no.
When I get out the shower, I put on my bathrobe and my shower shoes.
Yeah, I don't know what money you think you got, nigga. I don't do that shit. I get out the shower, step on that little mat rag on, dry my feet.
It can't just disappear.
Nah, bro. You gotta be proper with yours. You feel me? Like, put on your bathrobe, your shower slippers, you know.
But no, I'm always hit with just some random crap. Like
we went off topic.
No, what's it? Yeah, I know. We were talking about shows. We were talking about video games and shows, but mom's gonna go make me walk and feed the dog. So I'll be back, and then when I come back, we can wrap up the episode. So you guys just talk about whatever coonery you want. I'll be back.
Why don't you just let the dog run around in the backyard?
I still gotta let him out, my nigga.
No, I thought you said you had to walk the dog.
Well, all I gotta do is let them out, and they walk themselves.
Wait, no, this is.
Why would I walk?
I gotta go walk.
Walk themselves.
Just wrap it up now, then.
Yeah, but I say you might as well. That's gonna be awkward to sit here. Yo, the sky is blue.
I'm watching this episode of South Park where Butters is fat, like Cartman.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that movie Legion? That movie was tough. It had Tyrese in it, and they was battling like demons, and it was like the end of the world, and it was like the rapture.
That sound like some B-list movie.
Yeah, nah, bro, it was so tough.
Very sweet.
That sound like some B-list unproduced movie.
Bro, it was phenomenal.
The most offensive jokes ever.
Oh. That shit about to be terrible.
That's terrible.
What do you call a Spanish person?
Awful.
A Mexican. Like, I really something like that shit.
That Xbox One don't look bad, bro.
No, nobody wants a shitbox one.
I know, but it don't look bad. I'm just saying it don't look
What do you
bad.
mean, like the console itself or the games?
I'm talking about the console. It don't look bad.
What? Who will buy this for the console?
I don't fucking care about the Xbox. I'm just saying it look nice, nigga.
It looks stupid.
Oh
Nah.
shit.
It look regular. Like what?
I don't like the game. Period. Just because of the controllers.
Just because of them Xbox controls, I can't get used to them.
Yeah,
Even though I had Xbox, I could not. I like the triggers though. I'll give it that.
What happened?
The triggers better than the PlayStation 4 triggers.
What happened?
I'll get that to you.
Xbox triggers.
It is called a shit box. The shit box one.
Shit box.
I really have no opinion on it because I'm still attempting. Like when Rodney came here with the PS4, it took me so long to try and get used to it.
You can get controllers that are changed to where they have.
You can, but then
an
come on now.
control. Like,
Yeah, that's
Just get
doing
used
too
to
much,
it.
bro.
Just get the
it is doing too much, bro.
But my issue is I end up using the D-pad instead of using the actual joystick itself because I'm used to the joystick being up there and the D-pad being
That's
where.
weird. That's weird to me.
Okay.
Like, why
Yeah, I
don't you
hate
have
that shit. I like them shit across. I hate it like that.
Yeah. Like the positioning is weird. It's like fucking Super Nintendo or whatever that joint was.
But what's it called? But yeah. One last thing about white people bugs. Why they never drown? They never drown.
Gooch my team.
Bro, like there was a spider. Me and Sael were talking, right? Me and my brother, and the spider was like the spider was in the drain or like in the sink. So what he does is he pours hot water on it, and then we're just sitting here talking, and next thing you know, the spider just comes right back up, and he drowned.
Keep a chancleta on your hip, dog.
Bro, it's like so annoying.
You got some thug bugs, man.
Facts on me. Your bugs
Bugs.
candid, dog. They follow you.
Yeah, exactly. Like they don't. Bro, I'll be sitting here. I don't understand. My window's not open. There is an air conditioner blocking everything. I don't understand how bugs get in this room. I have a lighting bug in this room at least once every other day. And have you ever seen what Have you ever seen a lightning bug? Have you ever seen what those niggas look like? Have you ever seen what they look like when a firefly?
Yeah, this nigga stupid.
I was asleep. Who man?
Yeah.
No, a lot of people call it a lightning bug.
I ain't never heard that before.
I always call him a lightning bug because no one I know calls him a firefly.
Everybody I know calls him a firefly.
Nah, nigga.
I get a monitor, bro. I'm playing so much MW3 on
Monitor. Okay.
Yeah, that's all you been talking about all day, dog.
Cause like you know how exquisite this is about to be.
But
Bro, it's ass, bro. It's ass, and your ass, and everything else is ass.
but no,
you play on like a pizza box. You got like a 58-inch, 88-inch TV.
His TV is lovely.
but
Play like that. This nigga Alex playing on a landing strip. I could never play like that, yo.
I don't see how you play on like a little monitor.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
you gotta
can't.
understand. No, it's the response. That's because y'all not. I'm fine with saying that. I am a hardcore gamer. So when I play, I want to be at the creme de la creme.
yeah, I'm never playing with Courtney. I will play with him. I will play with him on some chill stuff, but I will never play with him like we could play zombies together. Like I could play zombies with Courtney, like going for
That's how it is with me. Like,
for Easter eggs, but like otherwise
Courtney
I'm
snap on zombies.
not. No. But I'm fine. I've been playing zombies since it came out, so that doesn't bother me.
No, not on y'all. I'm talking about like snap at the game. Like I can't. Like for instance.
Nah. I remember. He was like, "You got down 5 already."
Oh yeah, well no, we playing with the bum. We playing with the bum.
Although I can say some days I'll be dying like 26 times in one game. Like some games, if I'm not working with the right people, or like if I'm just genuinely tired and someone's like forcing me to play, I'm ending up like I hate that. If I told you I don't want to play zombies, don't make me play zombies. Because then that's when I end up getting real bad games where I'm getting down like 6-7 times because like I don't want to play. I don't have that response time right now. I'm tired. Like don't make me play zombies because zombies is one of those games that needs my attention 100% of the time. You need to have like the headphones on. You need to be able to hear all the time.
Yeah.
And see, they be thinking I just be blacking, but like I black because when I'm good at a certain game, I don't like playing with people. Don't false advertise. Like, it's different between saying if you you are right. That's fine. But if I ask you, you can carry your own.
Oh yeah, it gets down as soon as they leave the group. Nothing made me more mad than when I was playing with my friends, right? And 1 second they're behind. We were playing Moon on the Zombie Chronicles, and I'm sitting here. I'm setting everything up because they don't know how to do the Easter egg, right? Mm-hmm. One of those idiots in the main room where you have to sit here with the hacker.
He blew it up.
Yeah, he blew up the windows.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to sit here, keep running out the room, and to keep hacking everything, and they want to blame me for for us not being able to do it. Like, oh, my bad. I should have been able to get to Tunnel 6, but that's right. We didn't have enough time to take it out because you decided to blow out the windows.
That shit urges. That's why I like with multiplayer. I don't like playing with certain multiplayer because like if you getting clapped and you making my game harder, hate you. That's why.
Or if I say hold the zombie, you're not doing anything. There's one zombie left. How hard is it to just hold the zombie? Don't sit there and make me turn around while I'm in the middle of doing the most important steps to the Easter egg. Don't make me turn around and see a crawler right by my foot and have to run it around and get it out of there. And now I have to restart that entire step.
Playing Rainbow Six earlier today, I'm not gonna black on nobody. We're all collective garbage. So that's hilarious. So, like, when we playing on other games, like if I'm playing, like for instance, I'm not gonna snap on Austin on Call of Duty because I know he gonna tell me I'm not that good. So I'm gonna be good with that. But say Austin, right? He just now get Call of Duty. Like, bro, I just gotta get back in the swing of things. Bro, I used to play all the time. I'm tough. We multiplayer match. If you 6 and 36, I'm blacking on you. You're catching this work.
I am slightly above average. I'm slightly above average when it comes to multiplayer.
People be irking. Like that's why the people out there see it'd be funny because like they like Alex and Austin and Malo and like friends and etc. will join me when I'm with my Call of Duty niggas and be like, y'all sound disgusting because yo watch your back yo,
that's how we are on our calls.
Grenade, C4. Like it's really fat. Like it's fat shit, but like that's how we work, and I love playing games like that.
I hate
especially first person shooters.
What's it called? Because I know Chris is gonna watch this video. Nero watches none of mine because Nero that's just like his meme. He refuses to watch a single one of my videos. But I know Chris is gonna watch this video, and I just want him to know this nigga doesn't call out anything. He'll sit here. He sits there. Nah, bro. This is exactly something that will happen. That happens all the time in our call. Yeah, I'm like, we're all there. We'll all be there playing domination, and I'll be sitting here thinking these two are covering the other sides, and I'm covering the front. Next thing you know, both of them are dead, and I'm just sitting there, just get headshot because I have no coverage from the side, and we don't capture B.
Bro, I just got an army game,
No, I don't have it call out. My call outs is tough.
No, or here's how bad it is. We play Search and Destroy for the most part, right? When we play Search and Destroy, half the time they don't call when they die. So I'll sit here because I don't sit. Why would I rush? It's Search and Destroy. I sit back, let them rush, and then shoot them in the face. That's the easiest way to play Search and Destroy. No, these two, Chris and Nero, rush all the time, and there will be games where I'm sitting here, it's 6v6, they rush, and next thing you know, all I hear is, you are the last man, try and survive, and I'm looking, it's 1v6, like you niggas really expect me to win 1v6 when they just clapped you? Like you two are, like I only ever clutched once in Search and Destroy. I remember, I sat there, it was the craziest thing. It was the craziest thing. I can't remember what.
And then CJ fucked them up.
I can't remember what map it was. But I had the AK-74U.
Because I'm not gonna lie, Alex, he might be able to co-sign for this. Noises, footsteps aren't that direct in this game.
It'll be right in front. They'll be right from the side of you, and it sounds like it's coming right behind.
Yeah, that's how it is. Okay, I want to make sure because
that
shit's kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, but what's it called? I'll be sitting here. This time, right? There were 4 people up top on that weird little mountain. It's on the one where the city's on the side of the wall.
I know the icy one. You talking about?
It's infected or something like that. Infected.
Infection.
Yeah. So what happens is there were 4 people on that weird floating hill that everyone goes up on. I had the AK-74U. I had just pulled it out. I just got it out of the what's it called? Out of the supply drop.
That shit, PPSH. I hate that gun.
I loved it. I loved it in the original games. I hated what they did with it. I loved it in the original Zombies. You remember that joint World at War Zombies? Mm-hmm. How it would just spray everywhere. That and the Browning were my two favorite guns. But what's it called? No, but we'll be sitting there, right? Or I sat there. I jumped up with the AK-74U. All I had unlocked on it was like quick draw and grip, and I pulled it on them. I took out and I got a whole 4-piece, right? And all I see on my kill feed is after I kill them, my teammates just die one, and I'm the last one standing. And I kill the last. I see this dude shoots at me. He got a sniper. He ends up hitting like the side just enough so I live on one. I remember I came from one side to make him think I was going that way. I roll around, fly, jump in the water, come right out and shot him right in the face, and then got the nigga who was on bomb.
That sounds like you switched.
It was the craziest round we ever had. It was the craziest round we ever had that I had ended up having to get that 6-0. That I think that game I went like 16 and 3.
Yeah, the only game I claim to be tough at was 2K. It's the only game I claim to be tough
But it's 7:49, so I feel like it's best time to finally begin wrapping this up. So I want everyone to have like their last word. Courtney, where can these people find you at? Anything last thing you have to say?
Just find me in any section in the Old Testament. Look up in the sky when you go to sleep at night. I'm everywhere.
Oh my God.
Also, if you want to find me, you can also go to your local church. You feel me? I'm always there in that atmosphere.
Oh my God.
So yeah, this is God signing off.
God.
Yeah, that's.
All right. I called Alex next, I believe, during the intro.
All right. Joel Embiid will be the greatest NBA player of all time. He is better than LeBron. He's better than all of them. Ben Simmons will be the second greatest basketball player of all time. 99 overall, 98 overall. We're winning a chip in 2 years.
Wow. That's
okay.
Not gonna happen.
You heard it here first.
That's not gonna happen.
And Austin?
In 2 years. 2 years of ring.
Man, you already know, man. Jumbo Jet, best center in 2K17. Soon to be best center in 2K18. You know, you can find me. You can find me. Find me on the gram. You know, AUTY_AUT71. You know, something like, bro.
And Milo.
I don't got nothing to say, man. Follow me on the gram. You know, man. Feel me? MJ_P22. That's about it.
Alrighty.
Y'all don't gotta follow me because you know y'all already my followers. Father, Son, and CJ Spirit. Amen.
Alrighty. So that's these four. That's these four signing out. All of their social media, if in Courtney's case, I guess, and Courtney and Austin, their YouTube links will be in the description. And you know, in case anything you want to know, if you enjoyed commentary from any of these four, make sure you put it in the comments section. Let me know who should be returning to this podcast. Who do we need to see more of on this channel? And I'll try and do whatever I can to set it up. But yeah, boys, it's been your man. It's just Nemz and Nemzicott. It's been your man. It's just Nemz and Nemzicott. Share this with your friends if you liked it. If you share this with your friends if you liked it. Like the video if you liked it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you want to hear more podcasts like this. And yeah, man, all 5 of us, we're out. Bye.
I had an epiphany, yeah. I had an epiphany that I could make history, that I could prove everyone wrong that told me I wasn't cut out for this music thing.